Hello everyone, Gifted So here, and I am here for a Oracle card deck review. It is the Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection, a 60 card deck by Mike Dooley. So I'm going to get into a little bit why I enjoy working with this deck or what I like about it. So I like that it's kind of like an affirmation based deck. They are, in my opinion, very sassy. They are easy to connect with for me. There is no guidebook, but honestly, I don't really feel like you need them. There are a couple of the cards in this deck that you may get confused about, or maybe it's not a more common word or phrase that is used often. So, yeah, for those cards, for beginners, maybe a guidebook should have been included, but for me, I feel like with time you can get used to those cards and really connect with their energy naturally and don't really have to go by or reference toward a guidebook or anything. So it is a 60 card deck. Um, it says on Love and Connection, but you can use it for anything. You can use it for a pick-me-up. You can use it for advice. You can use it for just any and all aspects of your life. Um, they do pair very well. At least for me, my abilities are enhanced strongly when these two are paired together, which is the Sacred Travelers Oracle deck by Denise Lynn. Those two together are awesome. Whatever card I pick from here or this other deck, they mimic each other quite well. It's like they're repeating the same messages. I don't know if that's just me and my gifts and my spirit guides, or if that's, supposed to happen. But, yeah. So likely everybody's going to have a different experience, but that is my experience so far. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and open the box. Now I will say that some of the backs of the cards, there is a message on the back of the cards. And some of them kind of don't coincide with what's on the front of the card. It is a bit confusing on some of them, but eventually you'll be able to kind of work through that and figure out intuitively what the message really is trying to say. But yeah, so the back of the card kind of acts as a guidebook since there isn't one. So I guess there is some type of tool to help you if you don't know automatically what the card means. Um, just turn the card over in the back. But again, some of them are kind of confusing looking at the back of the cards, because just know that I find a few of them don't make sense, but I always find a way, my spirit guides always find a way to give me deeper meaning in behind cards when I am using them. So it's not much of a problem for me, but I feel like it might be a problem for a lot of other people, which is why I'm mentioning it. So I'm going to go ahead and open this lovely deck here. I love the colors. I love that they all look different. So on the inside of the box, it looks like it's messed up or something is spilled in it, but that is the design. It just says the name of the deck, when it was published. Well, not when it was published, but who it was published by, which is Hay House. Their contact information. Yeah. So it is a Hay House deck, in case you were wondering. So while there isn't a guidebook, there is this little card which tells you how they came about creating this deck or what inspired them to do so. So I don't know if you could see that, and you probably can't. So I'm just gonna well, that's about Mike Dooley. We're not gonna read that part, but I am gonna read the back here where it tells us why they made the deck, and so it says, "Dear fellow adventurers, what started in 1998 as an email sent out weekly to 38 addresses has since blossomed into today's daily notes from the universe, sent to over 750,000 subscribers into probably every country and territory on Earth. These notes are brief passages written by the universe designed to remind you that you have indeed been given dominion over all things. Let these cards be your daily companion. Choose one at random either each morning or whenever you're in need of insight, direction, or solace. Frame them, carry them with you, or share them with friends and family. You cannot be more loved, more powerful, or more deserving of all your heart desire. You are simply loved, Mike. Okay, so I think that's a lovely message. Yeah. So here we have the other half of the box, and on the other half, it's just a picture of a phone with, I guess you can download it, the card app, and you can take them on the go with you. So yeah. Looks like it's available on the Apple Store and Google Play. So since if I already have the cards, I usually travel with them anyway, regardless of what size they are. So if I've bought the deck, I'm not gonna download the app, but it could be useful. So on to the most important part. Here are our cards. Now, okay, so all of these cards, they're honestly, I don't know, the look is very, I don't know the word for it, contagious. It's a look that inspires me. Because even if the words weren't here, I can pick up a lot with the words not being on the card, with just the galactic colors and different shapes and things that are on there. Even the small little speckles of light and dots in the cards, like I can pick up a generous amount of information just by looking into that. So yeah, but these are great cards. I love the font also. Yeah, I think they're all the same font if I'm not mistaken. They are different cards. All of them look different on the back. All of them look different on the front. And yeah. Okay, so this one says, there isn't a soul on the planet who doesn't crave your approval. So I'm going to do a full flip through. I'm not going to read all the backs of the cards, so I'm going to try to show you all of the fronts here. And just to give you a example of what the back of the card looks like, it says, the only difference between a friend and a foe is that you've decided where love can grow. And then it says the universe. So that is where the message is coming from for you. So not all of them have the universe on the bottom of them, but whatever this is at the bottom, that is telling you where your message is coming from and who is sending it to you. So in this case, the universe is sending us this message. And again, it is, there isn't a soul on the planet who doesn't crave your approval. So, okay. Don't be misled. So they are kind of out there in your face. They're not all nice, but they do have a way of giving you the not so pleasant things in a soft way, in a way you can kind of laugh at. I just feel a lot of playful energy with these cards. They're very sassy. And I do find that they can answer questions. Depending on what question you ask, they're definitely able to give you insight on things specifically. But I think they are more needing to be used as advice and affirmations and just reminders of things that you already seen possibly. So this one is, you are destined for greatness on the wings of love. And the back says to clarify, the primary roles of love are not to heal, fix, or mend, not to soothe, cure, or ease, not even to refresh, rejuvenate, or restore heartily. The primary roles of love are to Yahoo, Yeehaw, and Woohoo. Get your love on the universe. So yeah, they are. They do have a sense of humor as well. Again, you might get kind of confused by what's on the back and the front. The back is meant to give you deeper meaning. Maybe that's why they didn't decide to go with a guidebook. But cards like this really don't need one, in my opinion. They chose you. And I find that these are good for monthly messages, a monthly reminder, a monthly focus point. Prepare to be astounded. There's a crescent moon right there. Clouds, which you don't really see at nighttime, but they're there, but you can't really see them unless you're like directly. Yeah. So see me in their eyes. Change is always good. And in the back, actually, the only effective way of changing another person is by changing yourself. Works every time, guaranteed. Though I'm kind of partial to the way you are right now. Tally ho, the universe. So a lot of the messages come from the universe. I don't think they all do though. It'll just be some of them. So it is kind of hot. So if you see that I'm kind of sweating here, try not to mind that. It's just really, really hot in here. So Yeehaw. This is one of the ones you might need to reference towards something for. At the back it says, when it comes to choosing who will be in your life, I recommend valuing their yeehaw quality above all others. Have it your way. Special orders don't upset us. The universe. If they once loved you, they still do. Everyone is doing their best. This is one of my favorites. Not necessarily just to look, but I really like that saying. Everyone is doing their best. Time for a love fest. It's not as if you need anyone. You have more options than you realize. Love doesn't have to mean near. You needn't worry. There's no one in your life who hasn't always loved you. They're all just learning how to show it. Big sillies, the universe. I believe there are a few cards that the message comes from a different source. It looks like most of them are the universe, but I could swear there were a few cards in here that aren't. So give yourself much more credit. All there is to love have been there all along. Or has been there all along. Time to make a demonstration. Your treasure is at hand. That is another favorite of mine. do something new, something different. So most of them just speak for themselves. There's just maybe about 3 or 4 that might not make sense in my opinion, but eventually I've found a way around it, and you know, you can also make up your own meanings. You can do that with any card deck though. Just use your intuition is what I recommend. Turn on your love light. You might not know now, but you will. Sometimes the good is hidden. Okay, so I thought it was a card stuck to it. Create space for new love. What you give will come back. Things are not as they appear. Honor thyself. I feel like this is more of a self-love type of deck. But you can use it for anything. You can use it for relationships and stuff like that. But yeah. I think this deck just brings us closer to teaching us how to have more love and respect for ourselves. Love is never in vain. Keep it simple. Another favorite. Most people are just trying to survive. Just getting those out the way. Hubba bubba. It says, you know that dreamy look of deep soulful love you sometimes seen in the eyes of another as they gaze into your own. Expect a lot more of it. Woohoo, the universe. That you have options is meaningful. Rock on. Convince yourself, not others. See, they are blunt. A lot of them are. But I feel like the colors make up for it. Kind of softens the blow a little bit without completely sugarcoating. Start where you are. No two flowers are the same, yet all are beautiful in their own way. You are adored. There's a deeper reason for each of your questions. Seek it. That one was upside down. You're being watched by loving eyes. Now, some might find that card a bit creepy, but I feel like that's more so saying that loved ones crossed over are watching you. Maybe you're walking around thinking people don't like you when they actually have no problem with you. Yeah, things like that. You have angels looking out for you. And you have support. Even if it doesn't seem like it, you have a support system. Those you love, love you. Forgive. And on the back, this one says, of course, anger can always be justified, but then so can forgiveness. Just depends on how much more you want from the adventure. Go for gobs, the universe. Love in spite of it all. I go where you go. Pucker up, buttercup. Karma is on your side. You know what to do. You will be surprised. You'll find what you seek. I heart you. Earlier disappointments were just rehearsal for the great stuff coming your way. Love is the reason. Enjoy your extraordinary uniqueness. Things are about to get really juicy. Dwell on what you love. You were born with that it quality. It's not only about being right. You have what it takes. Be true to yourself. You've got time. On the back it says, ever wonder what would make life's fleeting pain and sorrow totally and unquestionably worth it? How about living forever, wildly in love and loving wildly, or loved wildly? You have so much to look forward to the universe. What would love do? And the final card is You Glow, We Beam, Thanks. So that was my review and full flip through of the Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection card deck by Mike Dooley. I got my copy from eBay, brand new and sealed from a seller that goes by the name of Grand Eagle Retail. That's GrandEagle Retail, Retail. I believe mine was $15.53. The shipping was free. And it took maybe about, I would say, not even a week to get here. It'll always depend on the location. They are my go-to for Oracle card decks because usually whatever you look up, they have it. Just about. With the exception of a few that I've tried to look for and they didn't have. But yeah, so I think it was $15.53 if I can recall correctly. So coming up soon, I am creating a spiritual store where I will have spiritual accessories. Let me know if there are things that you guys would like to see in that store. I'm having spiritual t-shirts, custom t-shirts if you don't see anything in my store that you would like to purchase. Also, I'm doing pop sockets, spiritual pop sockets. You can also get those custom if you don't want them spiritual. Um, I'm doing charm bracelets eventually and a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to start off really small though. Right now we're starting off with pop sockets and t-shirts just to do a trial to see how people might like it. So I'm just doing a limited quantity. We haven't started yet. I will let you guys know when we do start. So yeah. So that was my review. I do still offer readings outside of YouTube. Information is always in the description box below. And if you have any requests for pick a card readings or anything generally, just leave a comment. You can also contact me on my website or my email address. Everything will be linked down below. So I thank you all for tuning in, and I wish you love and light.